Have you ever wondered how businesses can charge you more or less for the exact same product depending on who you are and when and where you buy it? This is called price discrimination, and it's a concept in economics that we are going to be discussing today in less than 3 minutes. Price discrimination happens when a business charges different prices for the exact same good or service. It is legal if certain conditions are met. In order to make it work, businesses need to have market power, which means they choose the price of the good or service. They also need to have a segmented market so they can group their customers into different categories, such as age or gender, and they also have to be able to prevent resale so that some customer can't resell the product at a lower price to someone who would originally pay a higher price. There are 3 different types of price discrimination, and first degree discrimination is where businesses will charge each person based off the highest price that they are willing to pay. Second degree discrimination is where they'll charge different prices based off of the quantity that a customer is willing to buy. And a third degree price discrimination is where they'll discriminate based off of the characteristics of the customer, for example, like gender or age. A good real-world example of price discrimination is Netflix. Netflix offers multiple subscription plans, basic, standard, and premium, and they charge different prices for a version of the exact same good or service. This is a good example of second-degree price discrimination. Another good example is movie theaters. Sometimes movie theaters will give discounts for different groups of people, like kids, seniors, and sometimes students. And this is an example of third-degree price discrimination, where they're discriminating based off of a characteristic like age. And this is why when you were still a kid or a youth, it was so much cheaper to go watch a movie than it is now that you're an adult, because you're paying full price for that movie ticket. Another good example. My last example of price discrimination is of airlines. Prices for plane tickets change depending on when you book it. And if you are a business traveler, you usually pay more than people who are traveling for leisure do. And this is because they want more flexibility in their traveling. But this is also an example of third-degree price discrimination, where you're discriminating based off of a characteristic of a consumer. See how businesses use these strategies to maximize their profits? It's all about giving different prices to different groups of people based off of when and how they buy. It's so smart, and I hope that this video helped you understand this concept in economics a bit better, and that you'll be able to know what price discrimination is.